Welcome back, YouTube pipe smokers. Mutton Chop Piper here. Well, in front of you, you see the 2018 Blend Club Tobacco Review List. Now, let me give you a little bit of information on how I arrived at this list and what I've been doing kind of up until now. I contacted a couple of tobacco companies to see if they'd be willing to put together like a Mutton Chop Blend Club set, or whatever you want to call it, to where they would call and say, hey, I'd like to order the Mutton Chop Blend Club set of tobaccos, and they'd have it all ready to go. 30, like, you know, let's say that they had 12 tobaccos for $30. And then I asked if they would be willing to give me like a 10% discount for the club. A lot of you suggested that I do that. Well, I did. And I got nowhere. The excuses varied from because of the deeming regulations, we're not allowed to do that any longer. It's our company policy that we don't do that for customers. So I did attempt to do that, but 14,000 Pipe Club members doesn't carry a lot of weight. Now, if I had 1 million or 2 million, they would probably work with me. But I'm a relatively small fish in a big pond. So, but I did want you to know that I did attempt to try, and I was kind of shut down. So, also, I researched to see if I could find some tobaccos that people in Germany, people in Europe, people in South America, people in Russia, people in China could find and that I could review. But I found that here in the States, to add those tobaccos to Blend Club, I would be asking people here in the States to, this company would have a couple of those tobaccos, and another company would have a couple of those tobaccos, and a third company would have a couple of those tobaccos. So here in the States, we would end up having to order from 3 or 4 different companies to get the tobaccos that we needed to include everybody all over the world. And that would have put a financial strain on the people here in the States, because they would have to pay that extra tax and the extra shipping charge. So I tried to include a couple of tobaccos I thought you might be able to get a hold of. But like I said, I did the best I could, and it just wasn't working out. So I hope you guys understand. And the thing about Blend Club is you don't have to do every month. You can pick out 2 or 3 months and just do, do February, do August, and do December. You don't have to do. There are members that do every month. Last year they did every month of Blend Club, and they put in a review. And then I think some of you just did a couple here and there, and that's fine. That's what it's designed for. It's not designed as a stringent, you have to do every month. It's, you pick a few months, get the tobaccos and do it that way, or you can order all the tobaccos and review every one of those tobaccos throughout the year. Okay, so let's take a look at the list. In January, it's going to be Cornell & Deal's Nutty Irishman. In February, it's Dunhill My Mixture 965. March, F&K Lancer Slices. April, Gawith & Hogarth Bob's Chocolate Flake. May, Kramer's Father Dempsey. In June, it's Cornell & Deal's Autumn Evening. Now let's take a look at July. You'll notice that July is highlighted. Well, July is the only tin of tobacco that I included. Some of you requested that I include some tins of tobacco. Well, this is the experiment. I want to see, what you guys think, if you think it's too expensive or you don't want to participate. But in July, I picked Old Shenandoah Appalachian Berry. Now, I know for a fact that you can get this at pipesandcigars.com. And it's around $7 and something, $7.50, I think, which is not very bad. It's not too bad for 2 ounces of tobacco. I have tried this tobacco, and I think it's pretty decent tobacco. So I included it, and I wanted to highlight it so you would know that it is actually a 10 and not just a bulk blend of tobacco. In August is McClelland's Dark Navy Flake. September is Peter Stokkebye Luxury Bullseye Flake. October, it's Sutliff Cream Brulee. November is Gawith and Hogarth Rum Twist Unsliced. And December is Sutliff's Christmas Spice. Okay, well, that's the list. I'm sorry that I didn't have the list out on the 15th. Life got in the way. I've got an 86-year-old mother I have to take care of now and again, and she was in need during that time. So I apologize for the list being a little bit late, but it is out now, and I'm sure you have plenty of time to get the tobaccos. You can either order them one at a time, which I would not suggest. I would suggest that you order all of them at once, if you can. That way you're only paying one price. So there it is. There's the list. I will review Cornell and Diehl's Nutty Irishman sometime. Oh yeah, that's one other thing I wanted to mention. First of all, let me tell you this. I never expected this channel to go past 2,000 people. In my wildest dreams, I never thought I'd have 14 Pipe Club members, 14,000 Pipe Club members. So I've had to put in a lot more work into doing my videos and the channel than I expected. So last year I put in, one of the conditions for Blend Club is I would review the tobacco the first Saturday of the following month. So Cornell and Diehl's Nutty Irishman, it's a January blend. If February 2nd landed on a Saturday, that's when I would review it. Well, for the most part, I stayed with that. I was able to adhere to that. But life got in the way. Life gets in the way. I've got an 86-year-old mother, like I said, who, anytime I could get a call saying that she's got to go to the emergency room or she's sick and needs my help. So I'm going to change that to the first 10 days of the following month. So that way it gives me a little bit more wiggle room in case life gets in the way. That's the only change I'm going to make to the club. I hope that you guys understand my reasoning behind that. And like I said, Cornell and Diehl's Nutty Irishman, we'll smoke it during January, and then in February I will review it between February 1st and February 10th. All right. Well, that's it. That's the list. Whenever you get a chance, go ahead and order your tobacco. And I guess the first Blend Club review will be sometime in the first 10 days of February. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something. Until my next video, I want to wish you and your family happy piping.